Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a lovely Thursday. It's a Thursday lunchtime for me here, and I hope you've all had a really nice week. If there's anything you want to tell me about the week that you've had, pop it in the comments. Don't be shy, come and say hello as well. And also I'd love to know where you are from. So I have some bits and bobs here ready for our live today. We're going to be making a gift bag, and we're going to be popping in a treat drawer as well. So I've got my phone right in front of me. You might have heard it. Maybe I should pop that on to silent. That might be a good idea. I've got a new phone. I've had it a couple of months now. I'm still getting used to it. So hi Barbara, hope you're okay. We're going to be jumping straight in now, but I will be keeping an eye on the comments as well. I've got this out because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, so I'm just going to set that aside. I've got my glue gun all ready to go. Hello Bells Crafts, hope you're having a good week as well. And here we have Papercraft Society gift box that I made. This video was it released this morning? I can't remember. I've made quite a few videos this week. It could have been yesterday. Gosh, my memory is just, it's heating up in here. Hello Lynn. Anyway, the video for this can be found on the Helen Griffin YouTube channel, and the subscriptions for that box, which is this one right here, that ends on the 20th, 11:59 for the subscriptions for that. Okay, so what are we going to be making today? Hi Sandra. We are going to be making, this is my prototype, this gift bag here. We're going to be making this gift bag from scratch using some digital downloadable printable papers. Hi Bernie. And let's go through those next, and then we're going to be popping in a treat drawer and adding a bow as well. So there are a few things here that we need to go through first. So these are the traditional Christmas papers. Now I've printed these onto 300 GSM, which I have linked down below. If you're on YouTube, it'll be itemized so you can see every single thing. And I've printed these double-sided, so the paper pack is the traditional Christmas. So here it is. I think it's $4.99. It's on this Craft Stash website. This was my very first Christmas papers back in 2018 with Simply Made Crafts. So this is my very first paper pack. That sold out, so it's now available as a digital download. You get 6 of these patterns. So we have this one here. We're going to be playing with that one. We have this one here with the snowflakes. We have this one here with the beautiful robins. I've printed that onto the back side of that tartan. Because I'm printing these out myself, I can have them double-sided and I can choose which patterns to have. I've got the poinsettias here, we have the pine cones, and then we also have the deers and the holly as well. And if you're wondering what settings I use, I like to show you every time because I get new viewers coming in all the time. I've clicked print here, it's got my printer there. Go to properties. My printer does borderless, so I have that ticked, and I've got Epson matte because I use a 300 GSM white smooth cardstock. That is my setting for that, and I'm happy with just the standard print for that. And that is how I print my copies from the papers here. Okay, so let's jump straight in now to the surprise box that we're going to be putting on the front of this gift bag. Now this is the square treat drawer die set. Now I released this, I think it was my very first live with Lou when she was brand new to Craft Stash. This is when this box launched, so some of you may still remember that. And this is a really cool little box because you can pop this into any gift bag or box. It's not unique to what we're making today. You can pop it in anything as long as there's space here. This is a gap. Let's get a ruler. This is a gap here of 1 inch, so this will easily fit inside. So just as a quick dry run, this part here goes inside the box like that. We get a die that will cut a hole for that drawer, and then I have to take this out now to show you the rest. This then fits in like so. So imagine this is behind the gift bag front. this part here goes on the inside of the gift bag, and it creates a little treat drawer. So by the end of today's video, you'll know exactly how this looks and once we're done. And obviously these little flaps here attach this inside there too. So we're going to be making the gift bag first and then moving on to playing with this die set there. Okay, so I'm going to cut these down to A5 first. Just going to grab my paper trimmer here. I like to use this one because it has the A5 just there. And let's cut that. There we go. We'll start off with that first. I will be going back to my paper trimmer in a moment, and I'm just going to grab my scoreboard. So we're not going to be using a die set at all for the base here of the gift bag. Okay, so we just need to make one score line on each side of the bag. So I'm going to score this at 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to fold it. And so the inside of the bag, because I did this double-sided, the inside of the bag is the robins. So do exactly the same on this one. Fold that over. This is what these little flaps at the bottom is for the base of the bag. Set those aside. We're going to go back now to the paper trimmer. I'm just going to grab my notes here so I don't cut anything wrong. So what I'm going to do again is I'm just going to cut this to A5, and after I've done these cutting, I'm just going to quickly go through the comments again, because I can see you guys are writing to me. Am I live on Facebook? I sure hope I am. Oh yes, we have Lynn. We're all good. Okay, so we're now going to cut this at 3.5, and if you're wondering what the length of this is, it's 8 1/4. So we're going to cut this at 3.5. Keep this piece, set that aside. So these are going to be the side pieces now, the gusset. So again, 3.5 on this one. Keep that and keep this as well. These are your offcuts. We're going to pop these together and cut these at 5 3/4. That is what's going to make the base of the bag, and that's what's going to attach to these little flaps here. So 5 3/4. And this is all we're going to have left. So these are worth keeping. We can add those to cards, or we could possibly even add that here. We can trim that down and add it to the front there. We can get creative with those, so I'll leave those aside. Whew, it's getting hot in here. It's 27 degrees already. It's quite warm. There's no breeze either. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow, so I'm going to be melting. So as I said, I'm just going to quickly go through the comments, and then we'll do some more scoring on these. And if you're watching on the replay, welcome. You're always free to just skip through to the next bit. So Sandra's is from Kent, not too far from me, a few 100 miles. So yes, Bernie loves the papers, and she's excited to receive the mini purse and the doctor's bags plus the accessories. So yes, you'll have a lot of fun with those. And hello Anna, and thank you very much, she's shared as well. She's from Providence RI, so I hope you're all having a nice week anyway. It's certainly going to get hot over here in the UK. So we're going to leave these as they are. We don't need to do anything with that. We're going to work on these two gusset pieces now. Now again, it's a lot easier just to have this as a die. You can just run it through, it does all it for you. But we're going to have some fun today and do it the slow way. So we're going to have this in landscape. So the long side across the top, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to score in portrait, so the short side across the top, at 1/4 inch, and then 3 1/4. And then I do believe I wrote this down. Is it 1 3/4 for the center? Yep, 1 3/4. I have my score line here, and I want to kind of go about an inch, round about to the 7 mark here, down. So I'm going to start at 1 3/4, and I'm going to go down to about 7. Okay, and do the same on this one. So we'll start in landscape, score at half, and then we're going to do a 1/4 inch. Then we're going to do 3 1/4 inch, and then 1 3/4. We're going to go down to about the 7, and there we go. So let's fold all of our score lines now. Okay, so I do like to use my bone folder. And if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. And if you're watching on the replay as well, just write those in there. I do get a lot of questions about the paper that I print on. I have included it. This is a 300 GSM. My printer takes it because it's a photo printer, so it takes that thick glossy photo card. Other printers may not take the 300, so I would find a lighter weight one. I just need to add some extra lines to this part as well, which we will do in a moment. Oh yes, and last week, thank you so much for all your well wishes too. I was pretty much out for the entire week, so feeling much better. By the weekend I was just milling about again, which I wasn't able to do during the week, so I was really happy actually. I was like, oh, I can do this, I can go about and do that. So yeah, that really cheered me up by definitely by Sunday. Right, so just by the bottom here where we stopped at 7 inches in the middle, we're going to stay there, start there, we're going to go to this corner here. So I'm using the Tim Holtz ruler here it's got a metal side. It's my favourite ruler. I'm just going to use my bone folder here. I'm just going to make a little crease. I'm going to do exactly the same. It's going to be really hard for you guys to see because it's such a heavily patterned paper. But you know what a bag gusset looks like. So that is the pattern that we are doing. And then I can just fold those up. Even just a gentle crease will be enough for that, and then repeat that on the other side. Okay, so let's go in now with our scissors. Just need to taper some ends now, so I'm just going to taper up these top bits, and then it's actually probably easier to see on this side. I'm just going to do a whole triangle there across that intersection. Do the same on this one. So Bernie loves this ruler as well. It's a good ruler. If I lost it or broke it, there would be a replacement straight off. In fact, as I said before, I have a spare. Okay, so those are the gussets now prepared. Pop those with this one. We have the base ready to go. I just need to taper these ends here, so it is probably easier for you to see what I'm doing this way. Right, so before we get carried away and pop this bag together, which is very, very tempting to do, we have to do some preparation on this bag. So as I said, this will fit. I'll make a new one of these in red. This is just my demonstration box. Okay, it's just easier to see because it's bright turquoise or a teal colour. So this is the front of the bag. This is going to fit on the back there, so we need a square to come out of here. Now, as this is A5, this will fit through a standard size Big Shot, but I'm going to be using just my big machine just because it's easier. So this is the die here, the big square. I'm going to use that. And we're going to run that through. Okay, so I don't want it too high. I kind of don't want it too low as well, because we have these sections all the way around here. So if you are working on something smaller or something bigger and you want a row of these, which you can do, you need to make sure that there's enough room for you to glue these edges on. So the square shouldn't really go too close to the edge. So I kind of want mine there. So pop this here. I'm also going to be adding a bow, which I have right here as well. I want to add a bow to that as well. So I want to make sure that there's going to be room for that. Plus, I'm going to get my crocodile out, my hole punch. I'm going to make some holes at the top. So there needs to be a lot of room up here as well. And I'm going to see if I can get a little sentiment or something in the center here. So this is the stage where you need to do all your little bits of thinking, working out where things are going to go. So let's run that through. So this gift bag is just going to have the one gift box, and on the inside this gift box going in, there's still loads of room there to add some more treats or the main gift or anything like that. Now this little box is going to be perfect for little sweets like jelly beans, or if you have chocolate covered peanuts or chocolate covered raisins, it's going to be perfect for that. Yeah, so Bernie has two just in case she misplaces one. Yeah, I'm the same. In fact, I think I've misplaced my spare. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. There we go. You can tell this one was my first one. This is dirty. This one's a lot cleaner. That's my newer one. Sometimes I do have to reach for that because this has got lost under an avalanche of papers. Right, so we're going to keep this as well. We've got lots of little squares coming up. Okay, so now we can move over to our box. Now it's been quite a while since I've actually put this box together. I can't remember if it has any quirks. So we'll see how we get along. Now you're probably thinking, Helen, you should know your die sets. I've probably designed well over 200 of them now, so if you can imagine having like 200 children, let's say, can you remember all of their quirks? You're not. You're only going to remember the big quirks that stand out the most. So we will see how we get on with this one. So let's move over now to this die set. This is the square treat drawer die set, and I'm going to show you what I've cut out already. Okay, so this piece here, this is the inner drawer. There we go, one of those, and then one of those. And then we'll be finishing off with these two here, maybe this one here. I'm not sure yet which one we're going to be using because we need to hold the thing shut. So those are kind of like paper brads. So let's move this aside. I'm going to be using bookbinding glue for this. So I've already folded all of the score lines. So I'm just going to add glue just to this side tab here. Now I do love this treat box because you can just use this in any gift bag or gift box. It really does add that nice surprise as well. I think this was from the Surprise and Delight collection, 2019 I think. So yeah, it's very, very early on. Okay, so I've got that tab down, so let's fold in these two tabs here. I'm just going to glue those. I'm just going to add glue just to this tab and then fold that closed. There we go. Then the last tab is this one here. This flap, leave this free. This flap actually bends the other way because that is how it attaches to the inside. I remembered one of the quirks now. This needs to be glued on before this box goes in. Now how many times have I demonstrated this? I don't know. I did have a feeling this had a quirk, so that's, as long as I have that feeling, then I should remember what it is. Okay, so that is our box. That gets attached first to the inside of the bag. Quick dry run, that goes here. Okay, so let's pop this on, and that will have time now to dry whilst we work on the backing box. So I want a nice space or a nice gap all the way around this square. That will make sure that our box opens and closes nice and smoothly, and this section just here has to be on that line so that it can actually kind of bend outwards. Okay, just double checking I've got all my spacing right. So let's turn this over, and we should now have something like this. There we go, and as you can see, you put your little jelly beans or chocolate raisins in there. Okay, so just going to give that another quick press down. And now we're going to work on our box. So this is very super duper easy. These outside tabs here, these four, these bend the other way to everything else that I folded in. And to get a really nice smooth finish, normally when we make these sorts of boxes, these tabs go on the inside, but to make this a nice looking finished box, I'm going to glue all of these tabs on the outside. That's another one of those quirks that I was saying. There's quite a few to remember with this box. And all those memories go straight out the window when you're crafting live. So I'm just adding glue just to all of them. I don't think it's going to dry before I can get to them. Actually, some of it is already drying. Better hurry up. 28 degrees now. I'm streaming on my computer, and my computer really does heat up the room once we get going. So all the tabs are going to be on the outside, which gives us a nice neat finish on the inside. Just got to get rid of that excess glue there. Then we have these little flaps that come out just like that. Okay, so before we add any more bulk to this, we could add our side pieces, but I think we're just going to go with it. We're going to just finish off this front as is. So quick dry run, we're going to place this over our first box. And what you need to do is just line everything up. This is quite easy to do. You can always turn this over as well. Lift this up so you can see where it's at. If you're using the wet glue, you can just wiggle things around. You've got that wiggle room. So that's our dry run done. I always do a dry run, especially when I need to demonstrate something. So just going to add my glue all along here. So I think we have around about a week left of Christmas in July. So I've got a question for you guys, and a question if you're watching on the replay as well. Next Thursday will be our last Christmas in July live, I believe. Now I would like to know, let's just check the calendar, actually that might be easier. Yes, the 25th. There you go. 5 months till Christmas Day. The 25th will be the last Christmas in July live. Would you like me to make a mini album, or would you like me to carry on with gift boxes and gift bags and those sorts of like ideas, you know, things like these boxes here? You can find that on my channel as well. Just going to line this up. I would love to know what you guys think on what we should make, because I haven't actually done a Christmas album just yet, and I do have some papers in mind. They're free downloadables, so there you go. I've just made sure that everything is lined flush with the front. I'm happy with the position of that, and I'm going to close that. Or I could carry on with some more gift boxes, like a hybrid project like we're doing today, or I could do a couple of projects. This is one of them. This is the hexagon impossible box, so it's got this nice folding in detail here, and to open it you lift it up like that, and then you can get your goodies inside, and then it closes down as well. So if you want more projects like this, or we can do a big Christmas album, just let me know. Okay, so this is our box now done. Luckily I haven't put it on upside down or sideways. We're all the right way, so this pops out just like that. That is a lot of fun, and that is what these paper brads are for as well, just for popping them there. There's another quirk. You've got to make sure you have your hole is high enough. Oh, do I have brads? I haven't even thought that far ahead. Let's have a look. I'm sure I do. I've got a nice big box of brads somewhere. I try and keep everything in the right place. Where are my brads? Oh, I've got bells. Oh, what did I do with them? They're in a box like this. Oh, I've got... I will have to have a quick look later. I have got brads, she says. Oh, I'm just coming up with bells and sequins. Alright, I'll have to look in my Christmas drawer. There might be something in there. Mystery. I swear they were in that drawer. Okay. Hi Leanne. Oh, she's not been able to catch me live for a few weeks. I've just been hunting for my brads. They've gone missing. When we get to it, I will have another quick look somewhere else. If not, we'll just have to use our imaginations. And I know you were all good at that because we're all crafters. So, hello Joy. So Joy's saying mini album. Imagine likes to see the boxes. Oh, Leanne, I'm not sure if you caught the question, but for next week's live, which is next week, it's the last one for Christmas in July. Should I make a mini album, which I haven't got one yet, or should I do some more boxes? So today is a hybrid project, so I'm using die sets, but I'm also using a gift bag made from scratch. So I'm just going to add these together. It might be easier if I just did it this way. This has now got dimension, so it's very difficult to have this laying flat. So I'm just going to lift that up there. I can see there. Just using my table to help me. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So that's the one I need to glue. This one here. Right, that's going to be in the back of my mind now. Where on earth are my brads? So let's do the same here. No, my luck, I will find a pack, but they'll be like purple or something. Okay, that's all lined up. I'm going to press that down. So Joy also likes gift boxes too. So Helen's saying gift ideas or for the Christmas fair ideas. That could be a whole series in itself, that could. So I think a lot of people are erring towards gift boxes. So I may just do a pre-record for a mini album. And Jeanette likes to see small boxes and perfect for selling at the Christmas fair. I mean, what I could do next week is dedicate the whole show to Christmas fair ideas, things that you can pop in, you know, little things, little goodies and things that you can make for Christmas fair, you know, like things like that. Little gift boxes. We have the hexagon gift box as well. That's a really nice one. And also the Papercraft Society gable box is absolutely perfect for that too, for little treats for the fair. Notebooks, those always go down well, especially if you kind of make it into like a little Christmas planner notebook. Those would sell quite well. If you have any ideas for Christmas fair goodies, do let me know and I can see if I can make a festive version. So Jeanette's ordered some 3 box dies and she can't wait for them to arrive. Yes, I imagine, yep, she likes the idea of the Christmas fair. I do like a Christmas fair. This side should be a lot easier because my 3D piece is way over there now, so I should be able to have this flat so I can pop those down. I'm not sure yet at the moment, Helen, for starting up the Monday lives again. That may have to wait till September now. We're coming into the school holidays, so, and also next month is the Simply Made Crafts Christmas launch. So I'm super excited about that. So again, I will be preparing for that too. So Bernie loves this gable box. Yes, it's really easy. I'm sorry I'm getting distracted, but I'm trying to interact with you guys as well. Otherwise I might as well just do a recorded video. But this opens up just like that. So it comes in 2 pieces. You glue them together at the base so they overlap, and then you literally just pop them together just like that. It's so easy to do. There we go. I'm all thumbs today. There we are. So that all goes back together and these tuck into those slots and you have a lovely little box. Now this one is the Christmas version that I made with it. The subscriptions for this box does close on midnight at 20th of July. If there are any left over, they will be going on sale in August. Okay, and I will be doing a live craft along with the whole entire box. This one here, this is the August box, in August. So let's get this glued up before my nozzle dries up. In this heat it wouldn't take much. And again, as this is 3D, I'm going to have to hold this up to get this popped together. Hello, Julie. So Mergem saying perhaps packaging for snowman soup. Oh, so like hot chocolate things. And card boxes. This could be like a 2-hour live. I will see how many things that I can make in one live. I'm thinking about 3 projects. Especially if one of them or 2 of them are from die sets, then I will easily be able to have that sped up. But if I'm doing made from scratch projects, they could take a little bit longer. So I will make sure I have a good choice of both. Right, so we now have this. Just need to add on our little bottom flaps now. Nobody laughing at the back, please. So add our glue. I'm just going to add glue to the top and the bottom flaps, and this one at the bottom there, and then we'll deal with the side flaps a little bit later on. So just add these on. It might be easier to add these, Helen. That's me, not the other Helen. Before we assemble this together. Let's add this one too. Hello Gemma, how are you? Haven't chatted to you for ages. So yeah, I'm all good. Just fighting with these flaps here. And also getting ideas for next week's live. Just going to add glue now to these side flaps. So we're going to be making some craft fair goodies for the craft fair. So if you have any suggestions, just leave them below and I'll see how many projects I can fit into one live. I'm not too sure if next week's live is going to be at a different time. I will let you know in advance. It's more likely to be later in the day than sooner, because we are now, well, as from Friday we'll be in the school holidays, and Mr. G also works remote from home. Now he has a regular meeting that will coincide when I go live. next week, so we kind of have to jiggle things around with when the kids are at home due to room usage. So we could be going a little bit live later in the day, because I don't really fancy telling my kids kind of like keep it down, be quiet, you know, don't be noisy for both adults if they're busy. You know, it's all right if we have one adult around, we can deal with that, but when both of us are busy, mischief happens. So right, so this will now fit on the front there. So I have here the die, this fancy one. Gonna pop that on there. That can fit straight on the top, or if you just wanted to have that as a frame, I would run this through with the square in the center, and that will fit directly onto the bag. I might just do that, but then I've got to work out the brad section, so I'm just going to go with what I know, because I haven't tried it with the frame. Keep this square because I need that. That was the chair, by the way, just saying, if you heard something. So I've got here, just in case I needed it, which I do, just some green mirror card. It's always great to have a selection of different colours. I'll run that through. And I've got my hot glue gun heating up already, so just making sure our live stream is all still good. It looks like we're all still hunky-dory. Oh, I swear that Big Shot gets heavier every time. Right, so let's get these glued together. Oh, it's still 28. I'm just waiting for that just to tick up to 29 or 30. What I'll be doing later is opening all of the curtains. Sorry, all of the curtains, all of the windows. Hopefully try and get a breeze through the house. Right, so this is now going to pop on there. We can also turn this around. We can probably pattern match this. There we go. That was where it was cut out, because this is the square here that was cut out from the main bag. So I'm just going to add glue all along here. Now this is another quirky thing. If I have this down too low, it's going to have trouble bending, so I kind of want it a little bit higher up, just so that it covers this bottom section just here. I'm going to get my hand in there just to add some support while I press that down. Right, so I'm going to have to grab my Big Shot out again. Ah, the Gemma has a squeaky chair too. Oh, it is the chair, honest. I'll get the Big Shot back out again. Right, I need some red cardstock. I have some leftover bits here, so let's do some trimming. I'm going to go with this one here, and I'm going to need a paper piercer as well to get that brad through. So if you'll give me a 30 seconds, it's alright, you're still attached to me, you can come along with me on my microphone so I can still chit chat. Let's go find a brad. Where are the brads? Now I know my daughter was in my room looking through my little drawers the other day. Nope, it's not in that drawer. Nope. Let's have a look in the Christmas one. You can probably hear me ruffling through things. Oh, I love these. I'll show you. I've shown you those before. I love those. Oh, I might have to attach this without the brads, guys. Where on earth did I put them? Nope. Nope. I'm sure I had a drawer. Oh, a drawer for metal bits. Are they in here? Are they in here? I've got red ones. Oh, these might be all right. Let me show you my... This is my metal drawer. Some twine in there that shouldn't be there. So I've got all sorts in here. Look, little tiny little ones. Right, I found some red ones. This isn't my main stash, so these are random. Luckily, they've saved the day. I think I'm done now with the big shot. Let's put this away. Oh, Margaret, how hot is it over there? Bernie's saying it's pretty cool in southwest Ohio right now. 64, that's 17 degrees. Oh, that's heavenly. 17 degrees. I could wear a jumper and be perfectly fine. Margaret's saying it's very hot in Louisiana. Yes, I love those lights too. I think another company, they're on Craft Stash right now, another company has released some just like this. Oh, was it? I can't remember. It's in the new section, so it'll drop down in the new. I always like to have a look in the new in. Right, so I've got my little brad. It does blend in. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to use my little paper piercer and try and get this in the right place. Oh, my scoreboard's falling over. Right, so let's get this in the right place. So I'm going to pop this just here, and I need enough space for it to open and close and swing. So I'm thinking round about here. There we go. Let's just go for it. Ah, Bernie was sitting outside thinking she needed a cardigan. Ah, I wish I was doing like that right now. We've got one more day. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow. I think it's going to be like 25, 26 today. And it's going to be like 30 tomorrow. This is degrees Celsius. Just displaying that, Brad. There we go. So that is enough there to keep that closed and to swing open, so that we can pop this open like that, and then we can keep it closed by popping that on. There we go. Right, so let's finish off this bag. So yeah, I'm absolutely dreading tomorrow. I'm not going to have my computer on at all. I'm going to have the curtains closed so the house doesn't get hot, or as hot as it could. And what else? I might just sit in the shade, get the umbrella out, and I think we're also going to have a barbecue as well. It's the last day of school tomorrow, so the children finish at lunchtime. I'm going to use the larger of the two. This is the crocodile. I've had this particular one since 2005. I've had this almost 20 years. So I'm just going to add, careful with this bottom one that it doesn't get caught either with your hand or finger in the way, or any of your other projects. Don't ask me how I know. I've had plenty of mishaps with a crocodile. Add my handle there. There we go. I've got my glue gun. It's all heated up and it's ready. So Helen's saying it's dry. Is that the Lake District? It's dry and not warm. It's been a funny old summer, hasn't it? But I am glad we haven't had one of those 40-degree heat waves again. That's one thing I'm very glad about. Right, so I've got my little holes in. Let's get rid of all those little circles. Gemma's watching from the sand lounge in Cape Verde. Are you on holiday? Are you on holiday by any chance, Gemma? Ah. Right, let's get our ribbon in. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick measurement here. What a lot of people do is they thread this through and they tie a knot, I'm just going to thread it through and glue gun it. So that's just the easiest way for me, because sometimes your holes are just going to be too big and you tie a knot and it still kind of just comes through and you lose your handle out of it. So I'm just going to use this first one to line up with the cutting of the second one. I'm just going to pop my ribbon away as well. Where did that elastic band go? I had this held together with an elastic band. Here it is. Just a quick tip, just hold this together with a band. There we go, it's not going to unravel now. Bernie's saying it's looking great. Yes, it's very unique with the treat door. It's perfect for Christmas. So let's get these fed through. They might fray a little bit. Okay, so I've got those two through, and now I just need to add just a little bit of hot glue just underneath those holes. Not sure whether you'll be able to see. Yeah, you can see that. And then I'm just going to press that down. I'll probably burn myself as well. I didn't press too hard enough. Come on, down you go. There we go. Right, there is our first handle down. Do the same on the other side. 40th birthday. Last day of being 39. Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Shimmer. It's great that you're able to go on holiday and all that to celebrate. That's fantastic. I'm still wondering whether I should still do a belated 40th birthday for myself, because mine was a lockdown birthday, so I didn't get to have a party or anything. So I'm still wondering whether I should just have a birthday party in January just to make up for it. So we'll see. Nobody is really in the party mood in January anyway. It's, you know, January birthdays are definitely a wet Wednesday. So maybe I should just have a party and cheer everyone up. Right, those are all glued in. I burnt myself once, but we're all good. So Bernie said yes, I should do so. Maybe I'll just come live on here and we can all have a birthday party here instead. There we go. Our handles are done. There we go. This is quite subtle. Well, not too subtle, but it blends in. It's perfectly fine. So let's carry on decorating. Now, I did say I considered using this. I love this. This is from Amazon. I did consider doing this. So we can pop this around the bottom, do a nice trim. Don't know whether this will do our little trick that we did last week by making a little wreath to go there, but I think that looks a bit too busy. So yes, everyone wish Gemma a happy birthday for tomorrow. That would be fabulous. So we could pop this here. Where do you think I should pop it along? The top here. Let's pop this on so that you can see. This might be a bit fiddly, guys. I can pop this along the top. I'm going to have my little bow here as well. So it's always great just to audition everything before we pop everything together. So I think I will probably add this here. I've got my glue gun out, so why not? Let's start here. I'm going to bring this over, otherwise I'll be reaching around. I'm just going to hold that in place because once that's in, that'll be a lot easier. Yes, I think I'll definitely be having a birthday party online. It's because it's so hot in here, it's not setting. Come on now, please set. Right. let's add another bit of glue here. Thing is though, I don't want to press it down with my fingers because I will burn myself. That's the only problem. There we go. So this is going to poke out from the top here. Ouch, that got me. Oh. That got my finger. Right, let's carry on burning myself. Right, so let's do this little corner here. I'm going to have to do a little bend now. Ow, 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 ow. That got me as well. It might be easier just to glue this on the outside. I'm trying to be all fancy. Trying to be all fancy and having this just being subtle on the inside, poking out, but yeah, maybe subtle isn't my forte. Glue that in. There we go. Take your time with this, guys. Try not to burn yourself. The next launch is the middle of August. I haven't got an exact date yet. Well, I do have a date, but I'm not too sure if I'm allowed to announce that yet, so I'm just going to say middle of August. And I have some lovely Christmas gifts and things to show you guys. I'm getting excited about that now. So yes, you're going to love them. You're absolutely going to love them. Oh, this is a fight, isn't it? It might be easier. Ouch, got me again. I need finger hats. I used to wear the finger hats for rifling through papers with my old job. I used to work in pensions, and we had a lot of paperwork and files, and we all had those rubber thumbs. Those were really helpful. It's amazing how you could just flick through papers. You know, like we all had that teacher at school that licked their finger when they're, you know, flicking through a book. Ugh. But yeah, you just need a rubber thumb, rubber thimble. Right, let's get this last little bit glued on. I'm just going to glue it to the outside, save my fingers. There we go. Right, so now we have a lovely little festive gift bag. It's all on the top now. Isn't this lovely? Right, let's get this finished off now. It is now 29 degrees. Yay! Yes, Gemma, I can say it is Christmas. It's my brand new Christmas collection. So excited about that. So I've got all the stuff, Vicky's got all of the stuff, and we're at the moment creating our samples. So right, so I've moved over now. What have I moved over to? I have moved over to the Dinky bows. This was from the handbags launch, the Dinky Bows and Blooms die set. Again, you think birthday and summer, but this bow here, perfect for any occasion. If you want to make it pretty, you can add a butterfly on the top as well. So I've just got these two here. I need to run it through again actually to get my little cover, my little wrap there. So to get this bow together, I am actually going to go back to the hot glue gun. And then I run that through. So I think Sam's already had one of her Christmas collections out already. So yes, she'll be having another one, I believe, in August. So Lynn's saying she had a few mishaps with her hot glue as well yesterday. Yes, finger guards. I have got one of those tweezer thingy bobs, but that doesn't really help. Here, whoops, one of these things. But I think that's more or less for heat embossing. So I definitely need those little caps, because look, I've got hot glue now all over my nails. I'll be peeling that off the rest of the day. So yes, her main one is in August, so that's going to be a whole ton of fun. Let's go back to the hot glue. I'm just going to add just a little bit here. The reason why I've curled those with the bone folder is just to get that curvature, because if you don't do that, then you may possibly cause bends. Oh, my phone is going off again. I thought I put that on silent. Maybe not. Got to keep an eye on the time. Right, my children are actually finishing early again today. And they finish in 5 minutes. But luckily they're grown up enough now that I don't have to leave the house to fetch them. They'd be so embarrassed if I had. So this will then fit on here. I've got hot glue. Take your time with this, guys. It is a lot quicker and easier with the hot glue, but you will have those strings to tidy up. Okay, so if you are watching on the replay, keep any ideas coming for or things you want to see for a gift fair, Christmas fair ideas. This is bugging me. I've got a tiny little bit of hot glue string there. Let's get this off. There we go. That's better. There we go. Oh no, I've glued it to my surface. There we go. Get rid of that. Right, so this is now going to pop there. Or we can just pop that there actually. We don't need to have a sentiment at all. We can just pop that there. And then we can make a gift tag. That will be for another day, but we can pop a gift tag on there as well. And our sentiment can go on that. So I just need to do one more bit of die cutting actually. We need to make the cover for the center of the bow. If you don't want to do that, then you can just pop on a diamante or a bell or something like that. Oh, I did actually have some bells. Maybe I'll add some bells to the gift tag. Where is the die? There it is. Run that through. I will get a red leaf because they are joined together. We try not to have too many dies now that are small. If they are small, try and just attach them together so that they don't get lost. Okay, that might be a good save there for autumn. I know some home decor shops are now getting their autumn collections in. It's absolutely mad. So Lynn's saying I could use one of the die cuts for the gift tag. I've got some leftover bits here. That could work for a tag as well. I know my Christmas tag has just sold out, so we'll have to go and look for some different types of gift tags. Just going to glue that on there in the center first, and then I'm just going to wrap that round. I'm going to fold it first and then secure that. That's pretty much secure there with the extra glue, so we just need to add glue to this one. Try not to burn myself again. There we go. We're all good. And then we can add that. I mean, that would look really good if you did the center from a contrast as well, contrast color. Just gonna add glue now just to that center part, because this is going to, these edges here are going to come away from the main bag, so that has to be completely mobile now. So there we go. There is probably room there for a sentiment here, or a place for a gift tag to hang as well. So Gemma says she's loving the Papercraft Society box. Yes, they're going to be sent out early August, so keep an eye on for those. And if there are any left over from the subscription stage, then they will go on the main sale on the website. So here is today's bag. It's all decorated on the inside as well as the outside. Papers that I've used, just in case I get any questions, is the Traditional Christmas. That's a digital download. You get 6 patterns in there, lovely and festive. So this is definitely missing something here, I can see. So I'm definitely going to add something here, like a gift tag that's going to hang here. I'll probably add some bells as well. I think that's going to look absolutely stunning. So would you guys like a PDF of the cutting guide for this bag? Do let me know in the comments. If so, I will create one and add that link to the description box as well, so that you can find it, and I'll also pop it onto the Facebook as well. So just before we go, I just want to have a quick look and chat about the Paper Society August box. I've made a Christmas version of this using the lovely reindeer, but you can make so many woodland critters here. Got the rabbit, the owl, the fox, the reindeer, which is what I just played with, and the raccoon and the squirrel. There's a lot of autumny things in here, but really this is going to do spring, summer, autumn and winter as well. We've got all of these woodland animals. So again, no, a PDF won't be too much trouble. I can use the template that I made for my first one. And there's just loads of lovely things in here, and I'm going to quickly show you the die. So here is the die here. That is what's going to make this lovely box there. And we have the stamps here as well to make all of the lovely critters, and the outline stamps as well for those little animals. And if you are ever worried about how to make any of those animals and how they all go together, there is a key inside here, there we go, on how to put everything together as well. So closing for subscriptions for this is midnight on the 20th of July. Okay, so a lot of you are asking for a PDF, so that is what I'm going to be working on after I go live here. Actually, I think a little reindeer on there would look really nice and sweet. Actually, that would look really good. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me today. If you are on YouTube, do give me a thumbs up. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe if it's your first time here. There's loads more projects to come, and August is going to be quite special as well, with the Christmas launch from Simply Made Crafts too. So I think I might just continue the Christmas theme into August, because it's going to be another Christmas month for me as well. So everything that I've used is listed down below. If you're on YouTube, it's itemized. If you are on Facebook, it's just a link to the treat box here that we used there. But if you want to pop along to the YouTube and look at the itemized one, you can find it there. If you have any questions, pop them down below. It's easier for me to answer questions post going live on YouTube. If you leave me another comment on the Facebook live, it's really hard for me to find because it jumbles them all up. So if you have any other questions, I can really answer them properly if you move over to YouTube and leave one there. So that's a lot easier. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a great weekend. If it's going to be hot where you are tomorrow, good luck to you guys, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye for now.